Integers. In this chapter, you will understand what are integers definition, types of integers, how to represent integers on number line, arithmetic operations on integers, solved examples on integers, and practice problems on integers. What are integers? An integer is a Latin word that means whole or intact. Hence, integers include all whole numbers and negative numbers without fractions and decimals. Let's discuss the definition, types, and properties of integers and conduct arithmetic operations. Integers definition. We can define integers as numbers that can be written without a fractional component. They can be positive, negative, or zero. Is -1 an integer? Yes. Is -2 an integer? Yes. Is 2 by 10 an integer? No. Integer examples: -7, -1, 0, 2, 7, 15, and so on. Non-integer examples: 85 by 3, 14 by 7, and so on. Integer symbol. The set of integers is represented by the symbol z. Types of integers. Integer numbers can be divided into three categories: 0, positive integers, and negative integers. 0 is an integer that is neither positive nor negative. It is simply written as 0 without any positive or negative sign. Positive integers. Positive integers are natural counting numbers greater than 0. They are sometimes denoted by z plus. Examples of positive integers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Negative integers. Negative integers are integers with a value less than 0. They are represented by z minus. Examples of negative integers are -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, and so on. How to represent integers on a number line. All three categories of integers can be visually represented on an integer number line. 0 is placed at the center of the number line, and all positive integers lie on the right side of 0, and all negative integers lie on the left side of 0. The numbers get bigger as we move from left to right on the number line. Therefore, the integer on the right hand side is greater than the integer on the left hand side. For example, +6 is greater than -6. The more the integer is positive, the greater it is. For example, +15 is greater than +12. The more the integer is negative, the smaller it is. For example, -33 is smaller than -19. All positive integers are greater than all the negative integers. For example, +17 is greater than -20. How to perform arithmetic operations on integers. The four basic mathematical operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Addition of integers. For adding integers with the same sign, we simply add the absolute values of the integers. The absolute value of a number is the non-negative value of the number without regard to its sign. For instance, the absolute value of -3 is equal to 3. The resultant integer will have the same sign as the given integers. For example, 7 plus 3 is equal to 12. Here 7 and 3 are positive, so the answer is plus 10 or simply 10. Minus 7 plus minus 3 is equal to minus 10. Here the absolute values are 7 and 3. Their sum is 10. Since both the numbers have a minus sign, the answer is minus 10. For adding the integers with different signs, we subtract the absolute value of the integers. The resultant integer should be given the sign of the number that has the largest absolute value. For adding integers with different signs, we subtract the absolute value of the integers. The resultant integer should be given the sign of the number that has the largest absolute value. For example, minus 4 plus 8 is equal to plus 4. Here the absolute values of integers are 4 and 8. On subtracting them we get 4. Now 8 has the largest absolute value and its sign is plus. So the answer is plus 4. Minus 6 plus 2 is equal to minus 4. Here the absolute values of integers are 6 and 2. On subtracting them we get 4. Now 6 has the largest absolute value and its sign is minus. So the answer is minus 4. For adding integers with different signs, we subtract the absolute value of the integers. The resultant integer should be given the sign of the number that has the largest absolute value. For example, minus 4 plus 8 is equal to plus 4. Here the absolute values of integers are 4 and 8. On subtracting them we get 4. Now the 8 has largest absolute value and its sign is plus. So the answer is plus 4. Minus 6 plus 2 is equal to minus 4. Here the absolute values of integers are 6 and 2. On subtracting them we get 4. Now 6 has the largest absolute value and its sign is minus. So the answer is minus 4. This is the summary of adding integers. The table given below has examples on integers. Multiplication of integers. If both integers have the same sign, the resultant product will have a positive sign. If the integers have different signs, the resultant product will have a negative sign. The rules are summarized in the table below. Division of integers. If both integers have the same sign, the result will have a positive sign. If the integers have different signs, the result will have a negative sign. Solved examples on integers. Sort the numbers as integers and non-integers. -5, 7.5, 100, 37, -4.25 and 0. Solution. Integers are -5, 100, 0 and 37. The non-integers are 7.5 minus 4.25. Integers numbers do not include fractions and decimals. Hence, 5, 100, 37 and 0 are integer numbers. But 7.5 and minus 4.25 are not. Solve -8 minus -5. Solution. Step 1. First we change the operation into an addition operation by changing the sign of the number to be subtracted. So -8 minus -5 is equal to -8 plus 5. Step 2. Then we follow the addition operation. Since the signs are different, we need to find the difference in their absolute value. So 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. The sign of the resultant integer will be the sign of the integer with the highest absolute value. Here, 8 is the integer with the highest absolute value and its sign is negative. So the answer is -3. Using the number line, find the integer which is 6 more than 3 and 7 less than 4. Solution. We know that the numbers get larger as we move from left to right. So to find the number that is 6 more than 3, we have to move 6 steps to the right from 3. That will give us the answer 9. Again, to find the number that is 7 less than 4, we have to move 7 steps to the left from 4. That will give us the answer -3. Practice problems on integers. You have to do this on your own. Which of the following comparisons is true? 10 is less than -10. -8 is greater than 0. -20 is less than 2. Plus 5 is equal to -5. Solve -9 into -4. -9 -4, 36 -36. Solve -20 minus plus 5. -25, 25, 15 -15. Give your answers in the comment box below. Like and share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.